Inheriting a property is bittersweet for obvious reasons. But are there things you really don't want to inherit? Stick around and find out. Hey, this is Bill Eaves, associate broker with RE/MAX and Bensalem and probate expert. I want to give you a list of 5 things that, according to Kiplinger's in a recent article, says are the 5 worst things to inherit. Number 1 is going to be timeshares. Heirs are on the hook for the timeshare fees that are ever increasing, and they're notoriously hard to sell. So if you want to inherit it, great. But if you don't want to inherit it, be careful of one thing. If you take that last little trip for memories, let's go to mom and dad's old timeshare where we used to go as kids, it's great. But that one last trip could constitute your ownership. So be very careful of that and read the fine print. Number 2, collectibles, stamps, coins, art, things like that. They're very hard to value. If you find yourself inheriting those things and would like to keep them, fine. If you do want to sell them, make sure you get the opinion of at least 2 experts. Remember, the people you're talking to could be collectors. They're in it to make money. Are they dishonest? No, I'm not suggesting they're dishonest, but they are giving you a price that would allow them to make money and make a profit if they're the ones that buy your items. Also be aware that these collectibles have a higher capital gains tax. So check with an accountant about that. Number 3 is guns. I'm not advocating for or against guns. This is not about that. If you're inheriting guns, there are state laws and they vary by state to state. For example, in Pennsylvania, there's different laws for handguns versus rifles. In the city or municipality or county, they may vary from one to the other. Find out what the laws are. Usually contact the local sheriff's office or something like that. Even gun shops will be able to tell you what to do with them and how to legally acquire them. For example, in New York, you have 15 days to register that weapon after inheriting it. And at that 15-day point, you're still kind of rocking and reeling from, your funeral and everything else. So be advised to check with your local municipality for what their laws are. And if it's your guns your heirs may inherit, you may want to look into a gun trust. There's different attorneys that specialize in forming trusts. You may want to find them, and if you can't find them, give us a call. We're more than happy to recommend a good one to you. Number 4, like timeshares, vacation properties can also be a great inheritance or a really tough one. They can be a financial and emotional landmine, especially if multiple people are inheriting. If it's your vacation property, try to have a conversation beforehand and lay out the rights and responsibilities that would go along with it. If everybody can't agree, you may want to sell it before passing. If you're the one that inherited it, if everybody can't get along and agree, because some might want to sell it, some might want to keep it, some might want to rent it out, follow what's in the will. If there is no will, seek the advice of an attorney. If you're an executor, that will keep you out of trouble. And rounding out Kiplinger's list at number 5 is other pieces of property. Furniture, silverware, jewelry, clothes, things like that. A mid-century chair, one could be worth something and another could be just something you need to toss. Once again, seek the advice of an expert. We do have people that will come out and tell you what's good, what's bad, what's indifferent. Once in our family, there was a person who died, and the family called out a auction type of person that would divide and send things to different auctions. So right now we do it online. What they found was a bag of old greeting cards from the late early 1900s. It was marked for trash because what are you going to do with that? Nobody was alive that even barely knew the people that were sending those cards. But here, they were valuable. They took them to auction. They got a couple decent bucks for it. So you'd be surprised at what's valuable and what's not. Always follow what's in the will, but beyond that, seek the advice of professionals, especially when items have an emotional content to them. People that are emotionally involved in a special pair of earrings or a bracelet or a necklace tend to put more value on them than what's actually real. So there you have the top 5 things according to Kiplinger's, which is an excellent source of information. Highly recommend them. If you enjoyed this video, look below for some of my others, such as an executor checklist for free, and a checklist of how to get a house sold faster and for top dollar. Also, there's an article, a video on how to sell a house on your own, but they'll tell the realtors I made that one. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.